Hey, 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 hey! Good afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where in the world you are watching this show.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Cheers.
you for joining us.
How are we all out there? We hope you guys are absolutely having fun. Hello, South Africa. Hello, Bristol. I'm sorry, Shelley, that you can't stay with us tonight because you've got to work or something. Hello to California. Hello to Zach in the USA. Hello to everybody. And Mars in there as well to do.
Hey, on time this week. Well done.
Translation into Spanish for us. Thank you very much. Buenas tardes, Globo Deco.
It still goes down as a late, though, doesn't it?
What does?
If you're late.
If you're late, yes. Don't be late. Don't be late.
Yeah.
So, hello from Jordan. Oh, there we go. Hello from Jordan. Not the person, the place.
I don't think so, yeah. I don't think she watches.
Absolutely. So we also, we're back on Facebook as well.
Yes, we're back, guys.
Work out some gremlins that are on there. Puerto Rico as well.
Just in time's fine, though. That's okay.
Puerto Rico. We're back on Facebook as well, but as per usual, if you do want to join us and join in with the chat as much as possible,
come over here, the water's lovely.
youtube.com/Q Corner Show is definitely the best place to catch up with us.
Absolutely, and you can join our membership scheme as well and use the custom emojis
like people have already been doing in the chat.
Yeah, so. Look at that. Oh, the pride heart there.
Yes.
Loving it.
Yes.
Loving it. Loving it. I did see yours earlier in the chat as well. I've also noticed as well that we've got some loyalty badge changes.
Yes, we noticed some on there as well. We have, because your loyalty badge changes from green to silver if you are with us more than a month.
Yeah, and silver's definitely better than green.
Yeah,
green's good.
Green's entry. Green's go.
Yeah, but silver.
See what happens next month.
So
thank you to all our members too. We'll do a shout out at the end of this this live stream.
Football. That's not the right football though. This is the point.
Yes, is it football or soccer? Yeah,
but because no, they're doing.
I know. I can see that.
That's rugby.
Annie is saying football.
Rugby.
It's
ruggers.
So football or soccer, it doesn't really matter if you're football or if you're soccer or the beautiful game or whatever.
We're talking about round ball.
Yes. Over here in Europe, we have the Euros. We have Euro 2020.
It's also known as the correct way.
No, don't say that. Okay. Don't offend our American friends.
We love you all dearly.
We do love you dearly. So, yes, we have the Euro 2020. It was delayed from last year, and it's happening right now in this year. So we thought we would do a little bit on football players because they've always been a character that's been very popular for us. For adding to designs and things. So we thought we might share.
I do have to say, though, I am becoming a bit Americanese.
Yeah, okay.
Especially with my children in the house. We have elevators, trash cans,
yes.
stores.
Trash can is a thing. I know.
It's YouTube. That's what's happened.
I spent some time over in the States before for a number of months, and when I came back, I went to the local pub and I asked for a soda. And that was confusing for...
That didn't help them.
No.
One is non-alcoholic.
Hello to from Romania as well. Fantastic. Absolutely.
And two, it doesn't exist.
Cheers.
With a cool, refreshing lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we're quite Americanese here in the northeast of England.
We try to be as universal as possible.
But we have had quite a few requests for birthday themes around the football, soccer format.
Yes.
It's very prominent at the moment.
But if you do it in American, you've got to do it with an American accent, though, Tom.
Yeah, that's not
Soccer. Football. Soccer.
Doesn't work. We're not going to do that again.
Okay.
We're not reliving the accent challenge. No. That was just mean. And that's to the people who had to listen to it.
Yeah, you can do it last time. In fact, we've done a video before.
We've done many videos.
What we need to do is we need to zoom out a little bit, Don, because what we're going to do is we're going to be making. So
we're going to go to this one. So we're already.
Is that what a Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yes, we've got stuff to do. We want to share, and we relived Keith's pain from when we did the other challenge.
If we did this one here, which is in the background.
He didn't want to share this one. But
when we hit many I mean, quite a while ago, we're at over 27,000 subscribers now. Thank you very much to our subscribers. But when we hit 2,000, I had to do a challenge where I had to get dressed up in this balloon suit and a balloon goal, and we challenged some local football teams of various ages to come
Evil
and take
villains.
penalties at me. So if you want to see the whole video, you can have a little look in the description. There is a link to that video, and you can see me. Look at that! I almost saved that goal. I saved that one. It hit me in the face.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to enjoy that, take some time.
I loved every minute of it.
Have a look at the link in the description.
We only lost one camera in the making of that video.
And you can see that the goal's made out of Qualatex quick links, and so is the suit and everything too.
I don't think we caught it on film, but one of the kids actually did manage to make a brilliant shot that displaced one of the quick links out of the crossbar and replaced it with a football. So, little did we know that a football is perfectly sized to a Qualatex quick link for that particular frame. It was great.
Yes, so you guys can take a look at that video, enjoy it, have a laugh.
You enjoy it and watch
we did it for the World Cup in 2018.
Wow, so long ago now. And the bruises have only just
time
faded.
flies when you're having fun. I was wearing safety specs inside of there, and at one point it hit me so hard in the face that it sent the safety specs off and rattling around inside.
In fairness, though, the guy did ask. He said, "Do I need to hold back, or can I kick as hard as I like?"
Yes.
And I may have said as hard as you like. I meant hold back. But it came out.
It didn't. Yeah, because as it went on, the people getting taller and taller, and
hashtag dads joined in.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was a bit rough on my part. But anyway, I'm going to switch that off. You guys can watch it at your own leisure. The link is in the description for this video, and enjoy. Leave a comment and tell us what you think about that particular video. Whether you would like us to do other challenges, and perhaps you could challenge us to do something. I don't know. You guys have the thoughts. What we're going to do is, before we run out of time,
let's ask a quick question to the guys watching, though. Have they had any requests for football-y type designs? Is it something that you ask for a lot, or is it something that you don't bother with? I'd say football, soccer, any of that kind of thing.
In fact, because the thing is that whatever happens is when we get asked for a design that we possibly don't have the inspiration for at the time, we tend to go to one place.
Now, I find with this particular situation that you can't go wrong with
Qualatex.com. That's right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pop on over to, we're going to pretend that we don't have any inspiration for this, and that we're going to pop on over to Qualatex.com. And if I put that onto there,
let me get
you put it onto there. There we go. That's fantastic.
Look at that. Oh,
we are indeed on Qualatex.com.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes. Father's Day coming up this weekend, along with my birthday. Hint, hint.
Hints there, folks.
What we're going to do is, along the top here, we have a little tab called Inspiration. So what I can do is I'm actually going to click on the Inspiration button, and we've got loads of things. Get inspired. Look at this. Thank you, Dad, for everything. And we've got balloon bouquets, balloon decor, balloon contests, trending inspiration. You got business boosters, fathers. This is it's a gold mine of free content for you guys to do.
It is. You can base your marketing off the back of this. Take the inspiration, take the time in that it's coming out, and use it to give you forward momentum on the things that you're doing on your social media.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do for this one is we want some inspiration for football or soccer. So what we're going to do is explore decor, because we tend to find there's a lot more, in the bouquets, there tends to be a lot more helium-filled designs, but in the decor, there tends to be a lot more air-filled designs. So there's another little tip.
And nothing's fixed as well. It's an inspiration section. You take from it as you wish. There's no rules to say you can't use that as a retail style or a bouquet. It's just giving you the basis of something to start with. Sometimes is really good. And if you haven't got the imagery, this is a great way to kind of build on that.
Absolutely. So you can see there already in balloon decor we have 1,277 results. So we have 1,277 sources of inspiration right on the off. So we can go on the theme, and we could go down to sports if we wanted to, or we can have a look on the occasion to see whether it's birthday or again, sports is on there. Structure type, And
Brilliant.
inflation, you can say air inflated, helium or uninflated. So we've got lots of filters that we can do. So what we're going to do on this one is we're going to do a search. So we could do football. However, Qualatex.com is an American-based site, but you use your own area, but it's still an American-based site. So what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to go football and see what happens.
Outside the box a little bit for your search terms, thinking about how somebody else would put that in there.
Yeah. So I've just returned that, and football, we have all of these designs for football.
That's great.
I mean, that's straight away. You've got American football in there as well for the columns.
Rugby, yeah.
Yeah, it's not rugby. It's American football, Tom. We've got foils. We've got bubbles. We've got 3-foot latex. We've got all different designs on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change that, and I'm going to change it to soccer to see if we have any difference on there. And yes, we have a few more designs. So
some of them have obviously got some good keywords that's going to cross them over, but don't be afraid to have a little bit of a kind of a play around with it as well. Yeah. And yes, you might not use soccer or you might not use football, but it's going to give you some results that's going to be useful for what you're looking for.
Yes, absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill down onto one of our designs on here, and we're going to go for the goal. So go for the goal is based around this 22-inch bubble of the soccer ball or football, or soccer ball as it is on here, and it's got a little figure on the top made with well, I mean, let's have a look who made it. It says on the bottom of there,
Let anybody on this website I have read
Dominic Cassidy CBA. Can you believe it?
They do let anyone. The prerequisite for this website is very low, clearly.
Not quite. So you can see there, Dom's made a design with this little footballer character on the top, and you can see on the right-hand side it says the downloadable image is available. If you are a QBN member, log in and you can download that image for free. If you're not a QBN member, why not?
Exactly. Now, there is a section on this website as well, all about the QBN program. Mm-hmm. So if you're hearing the word QBN and thinking, what are we talking about? It's a Qualatex Balloon network. Yep. Loads of information there. Really good information and learning and resources to build your business.
Okay, but what we're going to do on here is we're going to focus right in on this football player or this soccer player.
Soccer, is it?
So I'm going to go back onto there, and Dom is going to show you how he made it.
Now, this is our go-to design character. This is our, what we class as a person, a balloon person.
Yes.
And he is something that we've built in our business for many years. And there's quite a few variants of him or her.
He's been in graduations. He's been in many job titles. He's been in lots of different things.
It's something that we can do, and we've got
it's a go-to.
Yeah, a cost, if you like, for that sort of design. So on that particular design, it's a super base. We've got the bubble with the base on it. Then we also have the top part, which is the person.
If we ignore here and just go here, like what Dom said, it's just a super base, air-filled onto here. And then onto here, we could go the other way. We get rid of the bottom, and we have the top part of the character too.
So it's really easy for us to cost out. So we've got our pricing, that's a retail price for this section here. Then we have a pricing element for a mini base, and then we have a person that's an upgrade from typically something like an 18-inch foil. So it's very easy to cost out, and this can be generated in a variety of forms. As Keith said, graduations, teachers, doctors, you name it. It can be changed and evolved into pretty much anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, as well, is that we do these for Pride, and what we do is we print out a rainbow sheet, cut it down and turn it into a flag, so to carry in a flag, a pride flag and things. There's tons of things. The possibilities is endless. It's just your imagination.
This one's slightly more detailed than some of them because it has the kind of the sleeve element, so it got the transition from the arm to the sleeve.
Yes.
And it's also got the shorts to the leg as well, so you've got the knee in there as well. Mm-hmm. So if you're doing one-piece trousers, it's actually quicker and easier.
Don't be scared by a little bit of twisting.
No, so that's why we're going to show this one, because this is the, let's say, the more detailed version of it, but it also gives us lots of scope of changing the colours, so strip colours, short colours, all that kind of stuff. loads of options. So
Okay.
we're going to run through it. So we've got,
Strip means uniform for our American friends, by the way.
yes. So let me move this out of the way so I don't disconnect anybody whilst we're,
Oh, that would be quite
we're
amusing.
working. You're going to get that because then you
I
can
am.
point out elements as. Are you finished? Oh, can I drink your tea? No. Okay.
Have you drank yours?
Yes, in preparation of doing this, you know, that's what we're doing.
Cheers,
So,
guys.
I'm going to go to
What are you going to go to? The moon with Steve.
my go-to inflator.
Here we go. Look, he's at England. England. He's got the navy shorts and the white top. So
Yes,
we're going to have
he's a winner.
Hey.
So there's sometimes when we're making these, there's many different ways to do it, and this is not necessarily the way everyone should do it.
It's the way that we do it.
And just find out which way works best for you. However, on this particular one, we have this apple twist here. Now, this could be done with one balloon. Mm-hmm. It really could. However, what we tend to find is when you've done the apple twist here and worked your way around, doing the apple twist at the end of the balloon gives you a very different pressure. Nothing particularly wrong with it. However,
You usually end up with one knee different from the other
yeah.
one. Yeah.
So because of that in mind, we approach it slightly differently. So we'll come in with 2 fresh balloons, so you get the apple twist as close as possible the same, and join them together, and then we do the same on the arms. We just find for the cost of that extra balloon, it saves a lot less time. So for anybody watching along and thinking, oh, you know what, they could have been more cost effective balloon wise,
Yep.
by all means, you know, that if that works for you, please do it.
Especially for you more advanced twisters, if you're used to doing it that way, that's absolutely fine.
Yes, but don't let us tell you any otherwise.
No.
But we find in our business, to make it easy for everybody that works here, that we would rather have the extra balloon
Yeah.
for that minimal cost, but for the ease and not having to have that little tantrum now and again, not having the knees the same size. So that's why we approach it that way.
And to inflate, we're going to be using the premium balloon accessory Smart Twist, which is battery operated, battery powered. And it just keeps on giving. Hello to everybody else that's just joined us. Hello, Rachel. Nice to see you. And hello to Luke and Carol. Pardon you.
We do the 2 sides of the shorts here. So I've got the 2 blues to start with. I should have probably put a little bit more air in that one, but I should just be able to get away with it.
Well, we'll see.
We don't need all of the balloon, but I'd rather,
pressure's on.
yeah, rather a bit more air than I need than a bit less, because it makes it easier to work with. But we shall try, and I'll struggle through.
So a 260Q blush and 2 260Q navy and another 260Q blush.
Keith, why is it called a 260Q?
Because when it's inflated, it's approximately 2 inches in diameter by 60 inches long, and the Q stands for Qualatex. Of course, it
We're going
does.
to take our short section, as in the part for the shorts. and
Shorts. I thought you meant like the length, not the length.
No.
No. Okay. He's short trousers.
So
Yeah,
we're
shorts.
going to do these at the same time. Let's do this one, then let's do this one.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then we're going to put in a apple twist on the end of this one, but it's actually going to create like a marriage twist.
Is it a apple twist or is it an apple twist?
It's
It's an
apple twist.
apple twist. Yes.
I just think poor Ma translates us. I think she just writes whatever she wants, because there's no way she could write.
I go back through and I check it to make sure, because I am fluent
in Google Translate. So to do this, we
Thank
need
you,
to.
Ma.
We do love you. We do, and we're not picking on you because we don't like you. We're picking on you because we do like you. That's the
what it
point. We're going to take all of the knots here, all of the extra.
If you don't
gubbins.
believe us, ask Jackie.
Yeah, take all of these and push them inside, okay? But you want to kind of push onto that middle knot there. So we're going to take those, kind of fold them over, and then push that in with one finger. I'm going to work that into the balloon, so I'm going to push that inside. Then with my other hand, I'm going to get a hold of those, like magic, and take my finger out. Success. I haven't lost a finger.
Otherwise, it's very expensive.
So that's taking that inside. Twist it.
Luke said that we should be using the red ones if you want the ones that will win.
But yours don't count though, Lou, because yours is not like a team from a country, is it?
No, he's supporting another country. Mara says that our jokes are too good, hard to translate, and she does her best. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
it's too
you.
good to share.
Yeah, gracias, Martha, gracias.
Just do like my children do, just roll your eyes. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
So I'm going to do this on the other side as well. So I'm going to push that into the middle.
So as you can see here, look, it's here.
Remove that finger. And that creates the transition between the two different colours there.
Yes.
Okay? So that's going to be our short section, and then it's going to be our legs. Okay.
It's going to be our
short.
Every time he says it's a short section, I keep thinking it's not but no, it's the section for the shorts.
Yeah. Would this be easier with him or without him? You tell me.
It's easier with. I'm here. I am like the translator. I'm the go-between between you and our audience and Martha.
We need some.
You're welcome.
Right. So we're going to do this section up here now. We'll do this pinch twist and then come across and join them. Okay. So set our height of the shorts. Now this is up to you how long you want to do. It's all about proportion. Okay. So the longer you make the shorts, the longer you're going to need to make the body. The longer you're going to need to make the legs.
Or the shorter shorts.
Yeah, the shorter shorts.
It's
entirely up to you. It's based on the scale of the design that you're doing, so you might change it a little bit. But also, I think in that particular picture we showed on the website, the inspiration one, it was done in a mixture of 350Qs and 260Qs because it needed to be bigger because it was on a super base.
I think you even did 160Q for the arms, but I ain't 100% sure on that.
I think so.
I wasn't there.
So I wasn't.
In body.
It's an organic experience. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the height for my shorts. Put a twist in and do another twist for a bubble, hold it over, and then we're going to pull on that bubble up and twist. And that's going to give us some structure at the side.
Pinch twist, or if you're Alberto Falcone.
A pinch twister.
There we go. There's Italian translation.
I am amazing. Unfortunately, I did that all the time with my children, so the children think it is a pinch twister, and they don't know any different. So, second side, the same. So now we have these two, and they're going to cross over, and that's how we're going to join them together.
So this is going to become the front and the back of the short section.
Yes. So we're going to create one bubble to start with.
And like Dom, can you just show there as well? Like Dom said in the beginning, you could very easily continue on and use this part of the balloon to do the other parts of the shorts. However, it does cause a problem with the knee, and it's very hard to get the same pressure and same size and doing it that way when you're ending with the...
That's right. So I'll be doing the pinch twist here.
Yeah.
They're coming down to the other side of the shorts, and then I'll be putting that apple twist on. But to
The
do
other
that,
thing you're missing...
I'd have to tie it and then push it up.
The other thing that you miss when you do it that way is you're missing the front and the back section, which gives the more stability there.
Well, what you can do, you can fix that. I remember the first time I did this, I did a pinch twist there, and then I did another bubble back over. Then you do like a ghost bubble where it's an uninflated
part
to bring it back. But again, it's a bit more work for no reason.
And
where another
it's complicated because you need to put that, or you could end it and then make a separate bubble and tie that in. But
there's so many ways, and you know, like he said there, you know, you could make this, then you could cut this off and then redo it. But honestly, for the cost of that one extra balloon,
it's worth it just going that and that. Yeah. You can keep the other part of the balloon if you want to, and then you can make another pair out of them. There's plenty of balloon left to make another pair of shorts.
Exactly. And that's generally, I think, how we normally go about it. But so I've crossed them over, and it doesn't matter which balloon you take back over, but we want to take another one over, and it just gives a bit more shape to it. It's a bit fuller, and there's more structure for the top of the body to attach into. Yeah. And the structure is quite important because if you want this to kind of freestand or be pulled into a design, having that extra stiffness and kind of posability to it really does help.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fix the side of that.
They think he'll fall over. He will now.
He managed to get his legs stuck under your arm.
I noticed that.
Right, so we've got the two sides of the legs done now, and I'm going to take off the excess of this balloon. So can I give you that? Excellent, good catch, super.
I did it behind there, nobody saw what happened.
Yeah, that's all right. Fine. TV
Luke
magic.
says, did you start with a pink... I don't even know what that is, Luke.
He says, did you start with a pincha d'Amelia? That sounds to me like, did he pinch your meal? Did he pinch your dinner?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah.
I'll get that out of the studio like later.
Somebody else that isn't Luke to translate that so that we can trust the translation would be very nice. Thank you
What
very
are you
much.
saying about our friend Luke?
Well, he likes to joke a little bit too much.
It's like a joke, we say. Right. So we have our shorts and we have the start of the legs.
Yes.
So now we're going to fix the length of that leg first before we attach the foot. Now this one, there's a lot of balloon left on that, so I've snapped it off, or you can cut it off. That can be.
In fact, there's a very handy.
You do like that.
I love this. There's a very handy cutter on the side of the machine that's just handy for...
It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I forget about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to tie that off, leaving a little bit of excess on there so we can attach the foot. So I'm working my way from it, leaving some inflated, which means when I separate it, we've got enough balloon left to tie.
There we go. Mele is apple. So apple twist.
An apple twist.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was trustworthy.
Nose is wedding for the marriage. Okay.
Okay.
As well. Okay. There we go. We've got some.
We're all learning tonight.
It
folks.
is. Every day is a school day.
So now, if my eyesight hasn't failed me, this is either an Onyx Black, so a Qualatex Onyx Black, or a Qualatex Navy Blue 260Q.
I'm going to go for a navy blue because it came
Black.
out of the Onyx Black packet.
What are you saying about the way we put things away?
Come on.
Yes!
It's an Onyx Black.
So this is going to be his boot. So I haven't tied this yet.
For our Canadian friends.
It's not what it's about. Love you, Canada. You could tie this and then tie it onto there, but that's 2 knots. So I've not tied it. I've not tied it. That's not.
It's with
confusing.
the short section.
Yeah.
Right. I tell you what, a little less conversation, a little more action, please.
This is going to be great for the translator. Not tied it, but he's done a knot. We're going to do a pinch twist
Pinch twist.
to hide the mechanics of the knot. Small bubble, pull it back and twist.
Pinch twist on the 260Q Onyx Black.
And then a little loop.
And this is going to create the foot, or the shoe, or the boot, or the cleats, or whatever you want to call them.
The bit on the bottom of your leg.
What do you guys call them? Where you're from? Yeah, we'd say these are footy boots.
Yeah.
Football boots, footy boots. What do you guys call them? I think Americans call them cleats, I think.
Yeah. So I've wrapped that round to secure it, but again I'm going to move it away a little bit before I remove it, just so when I let go of it, it doesn't all uninflate. Now you can use, because it is such a small section, you need the rest of what you have to tie directly onto the other leg. But don't worry if the air goes out of it, you can always reinflate it, or you can also just take another balloon and inflate that one. Okay. So a small bubble again, trying to match the size on the other one, and then a loop again.
Just as a handy thing as well, these little bit of extras on here, they're quite handy to leave on to start off with, because if you are tying them into a design,
really good point.
You've got it already on there, so that when you pull it into the design, it's another good
you can kind of see naturally
connection point.
That I didn't cut that off. It does need an extra wrap around to secure it, because that's just been wrapped around and kind of not tied. But we don't generally put them off until we're kind of finished with the design, because otherwise we're having to join something else in, and they are great connectors.
Absolutely.
To add in. Now sometimes you use one, sometimes you use both, but it's easier to cut it off later than it is to add it back in again. Okay, so that's why they are looking like his laces are undone. Okay, so that's the bottom section, and you can see with that you can change the colour of the feet, the boots, really easily, and you can change the shorts, and you can change the leg colour. You know, we've got enough options in the 160Q and the 260Q, 350Q range to be able to do this in any of the sizes that you want. Generally speaking, though, 260 and above is the better size to do. The 160s don't have as much longevity, inflation time. You can high float, but it's a lot more effort. So we tend to scale this being the smaller one, and then the 350 for a bit more size if needed. Okay, so that's
good. I've just managed to get the chat up on the Facebook side as well. Randy's saying they are called cleats over in the States.
Okay, cool.
Football for Diana, and Voetbal Schoen. Is that right, Luke? Voetbal Schoen. Football boots.
Footy.
Because it's football shoe. Okay, I get it.
Makes sense.
Yes, kind of makes sense. 260Q white.
Qualatex 260Q white. Now this could be any colour,
depending on what colour football strip or uniform your sports team wears.
Now this one is done with two 260Qs. Again, it could certainly be done with one. A little bit more effort required to do it. However, typically we do two as our standard, because they connect here, they go up, cross over, then come back down the back. This is a great opportunity if you've got multicolours to work with, so you could have one
so
colour.
like say for instance our team, like my team is Newcastle United, so it's black and white stripes, so it means that we can either put black down the centre to give the white stripes and the black, or black and white stripes. Sunderland is another team which is red and white, so it enables us to do this. You can do more as well. If you go down to 160 Qs, obviously they're not going to last as long, but if you want to do thinner stripes, you can do 160 Qs. There's lots of things. You can do pen work, you can put vinyl strips, whatever you need to do to get them in the colours that you want.
Exactly.
And Luke said I was right.
Yay!
First time for everything.
He didn't. He said, "Well done."
Yeah, that means I was right. So that's good enough for me.
See what Keith takes away from that, Luke.
Yes.
You said, "Well done." He took it that he was right.
Yeah, I was definitely right.
So proportion-wise, we're gonna match what we've already sort of created. You know, you don't want too small a body; he's going to look a bit odd. Too tall, he's going to look odd. So
Basketball player.
Yeah, basketball is yeah. So I'm going to pick the height for where the connection point is for the head. Take those two balloons and put that twist in.
You want to be taking the kind of in proportion with the bottom of the bottom half of it as well.
Yeah.
The short section.
Short section.
And the legs.
Yeah. So
hello, balloon delights. So nice for you to join us.
We've got the front side now, so we can make the back one.
You're doing the back side next.
Match. We've done the back side already.
Okay.
So we can match that and bring that down to that pinch twist at the top of the shorts. So we're going to do that on both sides. And you can see there now we have
Andrew nearly missed it. Hi from Scotland, guys. Hello. And also, Andrew, unfortunately, England has to beat you on Friday. It's just the way that it is.
Sorry, buddy.
It's the only thing I asked for my birthday, so sorry.
So now we have the bulk of the body, but you can see there's a bit of a gap in there, but that is done on purpose because we want to create two things. One is the opportunity to have another colour. For ours, it's all white, so we're just going to use a white 260Q in that section.
That'll be all right.
Yep, but it's also a connection point for our arms to come in onto and the head to attach to as well.
Good point.
So that head pulling down through into that section just keeps it more structured rather than the head being a bit kind of wobbly after a little bit of time. So these bits we don't need anymore, so we're going to disconnect them and tie this off. You could, if you want to, though, salvage this for the rest of the arm depending on the colours that you're doing. It's entirely up to you. So that could be saved and reused, absolutely. So we're going to wrap that around and lock it inside. We don't want that going down on us. Same with that one. So that is the bulk of the body sorted.
Yes.
So now we're going to do the arm sections. So this one is white again. And this is done the same as the legs, okay? So we're going to have...
What, the short section?
Yeah, short section, the top section for the short arms. So we're going to have the two shoulder parts, and then we're going to have the two arm parts. Now this we could change sizes and go to a 160Q if we want. But I'm just going to use a 260Q for this one.
Okay.
Tie them in. So it's exactly the same as...
So we're doing the same thing as what he did for the legs to make sure that we try and get these two apple twists as close as they possibly can be in size and shape and pressure.
If you really struggled and didn't want to do an apple twist, you could do like two pinch twists.
Yes.
Yeah, so it looks okay. It's just another technique. In our own opinion, for what we want to sell, the apple twist adds a little bit more
it's
magic
cleaner.
to it. It's cleaner and it's nicer. But don't feel, if you're thinking that's a no-go for you, don't let this model put you off. Let me do the pinch twist on this one.
Yeah, why not?
So we can see it. So you don't have to join these together at the beginning.
I
of
actually
this.
find that if I tie them to do the pinch twist,
Yeah, okay,
I
you've
get,
got more
I get
control.
a little bit
let's do
neater.
that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. That's a good point. Okay, don't need so much balloon on this one. You've got nowhere. It's easy to hide it. So let's chop that off.
You're using that handy cutter that's on the side of the
Now you remind me that I did say I like it.
I love it.
About it. So we're going to do the pinch twist on the white part.
Okay.
So just a small bubble. Okay. Fold it over. Pull that bubble out, and that's our first pinch twist. And do a second bubble. Ideally the same size. If it's not the same size, try to match those two sizes on the other arm. So you make it as you want.
Or just try to do the two the same sizes.
So kind of see the difference. front side
Looks
is
fine. It's just when you get to the side, you have that.
And you know what? Personal
double pinch
preference.
twist.
You know, you might think absolutely perfect for you, and you like that, and you prefer to do it that way. Go for it. We're just showing options, and you know, not everyone likes to do certain techniques. It's not, you know, it's not their friend. You know,
They can do the double pinch twist here as well. Yeah.
I don't want them lopsided.
No, try and do them the same.
It's been a long day. I could have done with a nap earlier.
I know, power nap earlier. It got so hot here in the studio.
We're 23 degrees now.
It's positively balmy.
Where was that when the Q Quality convention was on?
Somewhere probably in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, but not here.
No, it certainly wasn't.
Leaving the arm on for the moment. I don't want to fix that length until we fix the shoulders, because then we can make up the proportion appropriately. If you do this now, you've got to really make sure you get these right. Okay, so we're going to kind of guesstimate where we want the size of the arm, the shoulder section to be. I'm going to put a little twist in there, and I'm going to match the other side so it's the same, and just join them together. Twisted them up. Now we're going to use one of these balloons to come down and fill the inner section. If that was a different colour, we'd add a new balloon on at this point. We would change it. But as we're all the same colour, I'm going to remove one of those balloons that we don't need, let the air out, and then wrap it round to join it in. So this gives us like kind of a T section here, which is going to sit in the middle like so. And this is where we can tie that head onto as well when we add that in. So we're just going to pull these through. So one of these arms is going to pull through to the other side, so feed that through, and then this part here, the central section, bring that out in the middle, and then it allows the arms to kind of sit where we need them to be, because you don't want the arms to be right up on the neck, because you know, you see a lot of designs done with characters and the arms are kind of brought into the neck section, and it's like your arms are up here, it doesn't look right, so we've got them a bit lower to kind of give it a better kind of shoulder look there. Now this middle section here, I'm going to measure it, so I'm just going to see where it sits, where I want it to be, so it nestles into these top of the shorts. Put a twist in, let the excess air out, tie that off, and then what I'm going to do is, these two bubbles at the bottom, I can pull the neck of that white 260Q out the bottom, so it pulls some tension on, and then to the side, and around that pinch twist. So you see, these pinch twists that we did earlier really add and give us structure to work with. So, you know, our kind of go-to conversation is, if in doubt, put a pinch twist in.
Put a pinch twist. Lucas said that, is this another Greenpeace activist? The failed one that came down with a parachute, this one's going to come down with a propeller. That's what he said.
It's very observational, his owl.
Yeah, it's for you can, with the hair as well, while Dom's doing the arms, you can actually put some shape into these, so you can take them and bend them.
What are you saying about my propeller?
And then it puts a little bit more of action or something.
There are other hairstyles available. There really
They
are.
are. Yes, if you want to see hairstyles as well, you can have a look at some tutorials by Jackie. Does some amazing
She
ones.
really does, yes.
I'm trying to think of the other one off the top of my head.
It's just a shame though. She puts all that effort into the balloon characters and the style, but she doesn't look after her own appearance.
I know, it's shocking.
Now we look at a proportion for the rest of the arm. I'm gonna. I mean, this is, you can do a lot of detail here if you wish, okay, or you can do as we do, a pinch twist and a bubble.
It's the same as the boot, in fact.
Yeah, it really is.
It's just slightly smaller.
So you can do a small bubble for the first pinch twist, and then you can do a loop, or you can do a small bubble and another bubble and bring that round. But we find that the easiest way, and it's as much detail as you really need, is to do that very small loop, and it gives that kind of clenched hand look.
It just means that we can knock out these figures really quick and add them into design to have as big an impact as we want without having to raise the price dramatically, because we're doing lots of details just to create a hand.
Yeah.
And that's the idea for it.
You
We
start
want
to put a lot of detail into that, you have to put more detail into the rest of it, and it's just not balanced as much.
Yes, absolutely. Hello to Jason from Malaysia. It's good to see you on the channel.
Hello.
My friend. And it's far too late. You should be asleep.
Yes, but you can stay. You know,
but we
it's a
appreciate
special
it.
occasion. It's all about football and soccer.
Hello, Marie. Marie Sinclair.
I wrapped that round the pinch twist, and then I took it through the loop before I tie it to secure it. It just adds a bit of extra security to it before we snip that off.
Okay, and now that we're 10 minutes over the...
Not us.
No. We're going to finish this off with a...
This is the 12-inch Qualatex Quick Link, and it's the masculine face.
You can use the 6-inch version if you want to. However,
He's going to turn it off.
we prefer, yeah, we prefer to use the 12-inch version and undersize it because it's nice and soft on there, whereas the 6-inch one, for this scale, ends up being a little bit too big and a little bit too tight, so that in case you don't want, the last thing you want is the head to burst.
And sometimes the shape's not right for the scale as well. So we found
want it nice and round.
Most of them, the 12-inch, go a little bit bigger than you need and then soften it off. If the face is not the right scale, but the balloon is, you can also squish down on the print so you can get the face.
Why the little face?
Yeah, like, ooh, I don't know.
Oh.
Or, yeah, ready? Yeah. So you can
have it with more character.
You know, that was one size balloon, but with a variety of different face sizes as well. So let's just find something where in the middle, not so exaggerated, but
it also, as well, if you extend the face, what it does is it pushes the connection for the quick link further back, so it makes the hair sit further back on the head.
So we're going to take that tying point now and we're going to pull it through into that top of the join where the arms were. So that's where we're going to aim to tie it. So we'll wrap it round that, so now the head can pull up, and I take that all the way back up and wrap it round to lock that head into position. So it's got the security of going underneath. Let me turn this head the right way around.
Facelift.
It is there. And then obviously with his hair on there as well, you can finish him off. And you know, quite often if we've got someone who's picking a footballer, you know, we'll pick some key details out, like hair colours and stuff like that.
Yes, and then the last football before, because we have to go shortly.
I'll do that.
Yes. So for this we have the 11-inch round soccer ball or football for here, which we can inflate. And I'm inflating, trying to keep it nice and round.
Quite mouldable as well.
Yeah, and again, moving the print around to what we want it to be for the little football. And tie that off. Oh.
I'm also just finishing this one off as well, so he's not bald. 160Q in the mocker. I'm going to do 3 loops. Now the loops don't need to be perfectly the same size. It doesn't really matter that much.
No.
And then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then just a pinch twist in the middle, so just a small bubble. Bring that balloon back down and wrap it around, and it just gives you something to hide the knot that's going to also tie onto the quick link.
Luke's just made a good point there. Something that we fully believe on that as well is that nobody has a problem with the bigger head. It just makes it look funnier. A small head, however, can make it look very awkward. Absolutely. We did a series of characters called Bobbleheads, and it was all based around like the bobblehead. If you think about the one with the spring where they bounce around, they always have a larger head and a small body. And yeah, absolutely, we completely agree with you. With this,
it is so true though. Nobody has either they don't notice it or they just like it more because it's kind of over characterized. But a small head looks like it's been shrunken.
It looks like a Beetlejuice, right? Where the guys with the small head. But anyway, with this, we've got the 11-inch balloon, and I've left the neck on there, so it means that what I can do is we can actually connect it either into the design if it's going to be part of a full scene, or if we want it just onto his foot, it means I can tie it into there as well, so he has good control over the football.
Ideal.
Okay.
Brilliant. But we love these designs because they're so easy to personalise with no real cost implication to you.
Look at that ball control.
Changing the colours, changing the hairstyle. We've got the female and the masculine range, the blush and the mocha.
Yes.
And you've got them in the 6-inch and the 12-inch as well. So you've got quite a lot of options. If you haven't got any of these faces at all, highly recommend the 12-inch quick link. It's more versatile. If you're talking twisting, as in you're going out entertaining,
as an entertainer, that's different.
6-inch quick link all day long, because you know what, that slightly different face shape is absolutely fine for the fun, because you're actually selling your entertainment and interaction rather than the finished design. When we're talking decor, retail, bouquets, having that little bit of extra shape without having to fuss with it is worth the extra, dollar amount.
It's also why we, with the retail and the decor side, where we like to have pre-printed faces rather than just doing blank ones and writing on there with a Sharpie just in case it bursts. You don't want that Sharpie to come off.
Yep.
On,
and you can do vinyl, but vinyl onto latex is
temperamental.
Temperamental, yeah. And so this is the, you know,
for us, this is what we found works for us. But
really solid.
Let
safe.
us know what works for you guys and what you liked about it, and also you can share some of your characters in your countries or your area's football team colours. We would
minor
really
adaptations can be more sports as well.
Yes,
you know, it doesn't have to be football, soccer.
No.
We said that because it's on right now. But you know, hockey players. You know,
yes,
it could be. We've had. This has been a scuba diver.
All sorts of different things.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your kind comments. We really appreciate it. But we have to go before we go. We have to do this to say a huge thank you to our
crew,
members,
our rock stars.
Yeah, to our crew and our rock stars. We really appreciate your support on an ongoing basis. It allows us to help grow the channel and do more things. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive off here, and we are going to be back with our members for a very quick members only live stream.
We even had someone just join today, and we sneaked them in onto the credits.
Snuck 'em.
We do our very best to make sure we include you all, because we do love you all to bits. And thank you so much for the support.
Yes, absolutely. And just to say thank you, what we can do is we're going to disappear off here. We're going to appear on there. So if you are a member, stick around for a very quick, just like
we'll disappear, but then we'll come back. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Take care, guys. Yes. Thank you very, very much. Everybody stay nice and safe, and we'll speak soon.
See you on the next one.
Bye-bye for now.